Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Cup Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you are on a fantastic day wherever you are around the world. As you can see, I'm happy because Liverpool, yes, managed to beat Southampton by 3 goals to 1. Yes, the Reds have finally won I'd say a scruffy game. I wouldn't say it was one of these performances that Liverpool we all know can perform. But look, it was a very scruffy game. It was very end to end. But look, at the end of the day, Liverpool got all 3 points, and I'd rather that as well. I'd rather Liverpool come out, winning a very tough game, of course, against a very decent side in Southampton as well, guys. But let me know how all of you are in the comment section down below. Let me know how all of you are feeling in the comment section as well, because of course this is now the final game that we get to see the Reds play until I believe December 22nd against Manchester City. So again, it's going to be a bit of a long time until, of course, we get to see the Reds back in action anyway. But let me know, guys, how all of you are. Let me know how you lot are feeling as well. There's also a poll in the comment section down below for the man of the match as well. So if you guys want to, get into that as well, then please do so in the comment section down below. But again, let's talk about the game itself. Look, like I said at the start of the video, it wasn't, one of these performances that, we go on and say, oh, look, it was Liverpool's greatest ever performance. It wasn't, look, and that's, for me, I think a positive sign, though, in also saying that. I might, sound, a bit negative in that aspect of things, but I do think that Liverpool finally winning a game at Anfield pretty scruffy. I think that's a sign in the right direction, because we've seen on times before and plenty of games before where we have managed to be able to go on and not win those types of games. We'd end up dropping points like we have done against Leeds and we've done against Brighton and so on. And I think that's the annoying thing and the annoying part about it as well, where we do look up on it sometimes and we're like, oh, we wish Liverpool could win those types of games, and we managed to tonight. And I think that's the positive thing for tonight as well. But Núñez gets better every game. Very happy with that performance as well. Yeah, for me, Darwin Núñez was absolutely outstanding today. Him alongside Alisson Becker. Without Alisson, where would Liverpool be? That's the other question of the night as well. What would Liverpool be if it wasn't for Alisson Becker? 3-4 times in that second half in particular, wasn't it, guys? The fact that Alisson managed to save Liverpool and managed to then get us that 3-1 win. Because again, I think in the second half Liverpool did step off it a little bit. It wasn't as crazy as what it was in the first half, but those little chances on the set pieces from Southampton, obviously James Ward-Prowse, with the killer balls and so on. And again, just time and time again, Southampton putting pressure on. And then when they did beat the defence, of course, Alisson being there, and again, being an amazing Alisson Becker, as we know and love him as well. But we'll get into the match stats then for the game for you guys anyway, of course. Obviously, Darwin Núñez getting man of the match anyway for the game, according to FootMob. Anyway, if we quickly scroll down, anyway, of course, Liverpool, 1.95. So realistically, should have got 2 goals for the entirety of the game. Southampton only managing 0.91 as well. So no, in realistic terms, deserve that goal. But apart from that, nothing else from the game. 60% ball possession for Liverpool to Southampton's 40 as well. You look at Darwin Núñez as well, the goals. Of course, the one from the beautiful cross from Andy Robertson. Of course, Bobby Firmino's goal as well. We'll talk a little bit about Bobby in a brief moment as well. And of course, the other Darwin Núñez's goal as well. That one was very, very good as well. But you look at it, even on the second half, both teams, Liverpool, 0.53 on XG compared to 0.44 in the way of Southampton. I do believe as well, I think Liverpool definitely took the foot off the gas off the pedal, or pedal off gas anyway, in that second half, just to try and maybe rest players, of course, because Klopp for some reason, of course, today wasn't there. Of course, he was, obviously we know why he wasn't there, but you look at it, he did manage to make use of all the 5 substitutions by bringing on the likes of Nat Phillips and co as well. So again, using multiple Reds as well for tonight. Anyway, I don't know whether, guys, let me know as well if there are people in here. Then please let me know, because the viewer count keeps going weird, and obviously we just had a bot in here as well. So I'm hoping nothing's gone messed up with the stream as well. I am double checking if everything is working as it should be as well. It seems to be working fine, but I'm not particularly sure as well. But yeah, for me, obviously Darwin Núñez once again. Where is he? There he is. Obviously there he is, Mr. Darwin Núñez. For me, consistently now being among Liverpool's best players, without a shadow of a doubt. Today, the passing, just the vision as well at times as well. Obviously, doing crossfield balls to Mo Salah. The little 1-2s with him and Andy Robertson, Thiago as well, getting in that triangle, as well, and making very good passes off one another. And again, I love Darwin Núñez. I think he's unbelievable. Shame he couldn't get his hat trick, because he did try massively in that second half to get his hat trick, but I think again it will come to him. At the second half of the season, I'm worried for the rest of the teams. Hopefully, of course, I'd like Darwin Núñez to succeed at the World Cup, but look, realistically, I'd like him to, come home early, and of course, go to Dubai with the rest of the squad and have that, mini pre-season, as we know what's going to happen as well. So again, I think in particular as well, obviously, the things that for the rest of the Liverpool squad as well, of course, not many players are going to the World Cup. So again, a nice break now for the Reds, which I think that's the most important thing out of everything, is the fact that we are now going to get a proper break for those players as well. Obviously not for the likes of Jordan Henderson, but wasn't there today for personal reasons. So again, we hope everything's okay with Hendo. Obviously no Ibu as well. Ibu apparently having a minor knock in training yesterday, so hopefully that's okay for Ibu as well. For him going to the World Cup, but just going a little bit away from Liverpool. Obviously, James Maddison going out injured in the West Ham and Leicester game today, so potential that someone else might be coming in the door for England. So once again, there's multiple things happening, for the last Premier League weekend anyway, for what is it, over a month and a week, I think a month and a week, 5 weeks. We have no Premier League action. So again, look, it's horrible, the fact that, we don't have any football to talk about really, for the next couple of weeks anyway. I don't know, guys, whether or not if I'm live or not, because I haven't got anyone in here. And it keeps saying that we're on like 9 viewers and that. So if there is anyone in here, then please get your comments in, get your everything in at the moment, because for some reason I don't know what's happened. I don't know whether or not if notifications haven't gone out or anything like that. But again, if it haven't, then that's a bit frustrating, as always anyway. But again, I'm on off streaming, aren't I? So again, that's my fault. But again, no, I think, look, on the basis of things as well, and as well, I should say in particular, I'm happy for this man as well, in Roberto Firmino, of course, not getting called up to the World Cup squad as well for Brazil, which again, I don't get how he's not going to the World Cup. But look, him getting another goal for the Reds, which I think now he's up to, I think, 8 in the Premier League this season, which was more than the entirety of last year as well. So Bobby Firmino getting back into form as well is a very, very nice thing to see anyway. And look, I hopefully as well, we'll start to see more from Roberto Firmino over the next couple of months as well, and particularly if we get everyone back fit and firing after the World Cup, which we all hope for, of course. And of course the latest rumors and suggestions as well, especially from Jurgen Klopp, is the fact that money will be spent in January. So by the looks of things will be happening from now until January anyway. So fingers crossed. It could be very positive things then, I should say, to be fair. But I do think as well, though, guys, I do think there is massive positives to take from today. Obviously, Alisson Becker, yet again, being outstanding for what he is. I think obviously, Darwin Núñez, unbelievable today. I thought he was, superb from the minute go today. I thought he was absolutely excellent. Andy Robertson again had another massive performance in my opinion. Harvey Elliott as well. I should have really put him in the man of the match poll as well, but I thought he was fantastic as well tonight. That assist for Darwin Núñez, that was a very, very cheeky goal. And of course, the first Premier League assist for Harvey Elliott this season. So again, that is massive, a massive positive for him. And I'm more than happy for him as well, to be fair. But again, though, I do think it is in particular as well. It's the fact that, and it's a little bit of a crying shame as well, isn't it? The fact that we're not, we've now started to build a little bit of confidence and build the form back up then over the last couple of games, and it's all for nothing at the moment, isn't it? Because of course we get the World Cup is happening, so unfortunately it's not. How can I say this? It's not, the best of times then for Liverpool, where we are starting now to kick on a little bit, in terms of playing and the playing style and so on. But of course, now you hope that things will get better now over the World Cup period. Players can come back fitter. We'll hopefully get a signing in the door ready by January 1st. That's obviously the hope and dream as well, and other things and bits and pieces as well. And obviously, hopefully, we might have some more clarification on what's happening off the pitch as well. Excuse me, in terms of what's happening with the club and the sale as well of Liverpool Football Club. So there is many positives for tonight as well. The only positive, well, the negative thing is this stream I don't think has got out to people. So I'm a little bit frustrated with that, to be honest with you. But again, it is what it is. Anyway, but I do think, though, guys, as well. Let me quickly check the poll as well. Yeah, Darwin Núñez has won the poll anyway, with 80% of the votes anyway. But yeah, and I think as well, I'm just quickly checking if there is any Jurgen Klopp comments about the game anyway. But again, though, and it was weird, wasn't it, today as well? Alisson Becker without a beard. It's really, really weird. But again, he can pull it off. He looks like James Bond. And when he's saving Liverpool 3 or 4 times, then hallelujah, let him be looking and be James Bond as well. I absolutely love him. I love Alisson Becker to pieces. And I think, look, overall, it is that sense of what you hope from now until the end of the season we can have the second half of the season like we did last season, where I think you look at it now, we are, well, actually let me quickly get the league table up for you guys. Anyway, we'll be on FootMob on the right hand side anyway, but this is how things look at the present moment in time. Let me quickly get that up for you guys. Of course, at the minute it is Newcastle 0, Chelsea 0 as well at the moment. But if you look on the right hand side anyway, of course you can see, but then let me quickly get Arsenal a bit further up for you guys anyway. But again, Liverpool now overtaking the likes of Chelsea and Brighton. You hope and pray it can stay as it is at the moment at of course St James's Park. Of course, if it did stay like it, you look at Liverpool could potentially be only 4 points away from Newcastle, which, you look at it, Newcastle have had an amazing start to the season. Liverpool have had a pretty poor start to the first part of the season as well. So you do look at it on that side of things as well. And for me, I do think in particular as well, with the poor start Liverpool have had, to be in the position we are right now, I think is a massive bonus, especially, when potentially we could be going on to, be better and be better than ourselves over the next couple of weeks anyway, in particular. But guys, keep your comments coming in if there is anyone in the chat as well. Like I said, I think the stream is messed out tonight, so I don't know why. Robertson showed who is the best left back in the world. Absolutely. Data's in. So I think I missed the game, but a win is all that matters as well. Data, let me know as well. Did you get the notification for the stream as well? For some reason, I think the stream's gone. I think something's happened with the stream. Because the numbers were going crazy, like at the start. I know they've come down and that, and there's been no comments. So I do think there is a little bit of weirdness going on with the stream as well. I don't know, but it's what's it called? Magical or mischief. I think that's the best word to use as well. As well, anyway. To be fair, but obviously, and let me know, guys, as well. Let me know your man of the matches. If there is anyone else in the chat as well, because I did see there were a few others as well for the man of the match as well. I'm trying to see the poll at the minute because for some reason it's not coming up, guys. I think YouTube is just in the mud at the moment with everything. Let me quickly go back up as well. There we go. Yeah, so Darwin is on 50% of the poll down below as well. Darwin's on 50, Alison's on 25, Andy Robertson's on 12%, and other leave a comment is on 12%. So, guys, if you are tuning in, then yeah, please do let me know as well in the comment section down below. But no, not been getting notifications for a while to YouTube, isn't it? It's absolutely horrible. Yeah, I got notifications, just got out of the bath. Thank you very much, Mark, as well. Good to see you, and you're my friend as well. But yeah, again, I don't know what it is tonight, guys. YouTube, for some reason, with the notifications, again, terrible, isn't it, realistically? But again, look, guys, I think, look, the massive positives today. The result being one. I think as well, the fact that we've managed to win a scruffy game of football, which Liverpool this season I think have struggled with quite a lot. When it gets pretty ugly, looking on the Liverpool side of things, it's been horrendous at times as well. And this season, I feel like unless Liverpool have been in full control, we haven't been able to get points from games in particular. And I think today was a perfect example of, don't get me wrong, it is Southampton, and look, Southampton with a new manager as well. Obviously, Nathan Jones, to be fair, made a very few good positive substitutions that changed the game. But I do think that obviously it is still against a tough Premier League opponent, and so on. And I do think as well, it did show similar signs of winning. Winning games like we did last season, in a sense, in a scruffy way. So I absolutely loved today's performance, and just love the positivity as well, because again, we're at this stage now where we didn't want to, in my opinion, we don't want to be, having a month break now because of the World Cup. We want to keep on going and building up this confidence and this form. But in a sense as well, when you look at it, taking a bit of selfishness away from it, you look at it, players will get plenty of rest now. We can hopefully build up confidence, within training as well. Klopp can work with the players. If there's a new system coming, we don't know, do we, as well. But again, we've got 5 weeks now of preparation for the next Premier League game at least. So once again, well, the next game, of course, is on the 22nd of December. So again, we've got pretty much 5 weeks to build up the confidence and build up the form. Anyway, so it's going to be an interesting couple of weeks. It's going to be an interesting couple of months as well. In particular, whether or not we're going to get people in the door as well. Anyway, but can drop places. Could drop places Brighton a point behind us and play Villa tomorrow as well. Yeah, absolutely. But again, it's it's that thing, isn't it, that we're close on points. Like, you look at it, we're 10 points away from Man City. Considering how bad of a start we've had to the season, being 10 points behind City, it's a long way away. But again, you look at it, you're like, City should be miles gone. Of course, they lost to Brentford today as well. So a good weekend on that sense as well. Anyway, but again, look, we have to focus on ourselves. And again, the most important thing now this season is getting top 4 for next season as well, because of course that will have massive repercussions if we don't get top 4 for next season as well. Anyway, but I want to quickly show you, I'll quickly take the banner down for this as well, but I want to quickly quickly show you guys this stat as well. I've seen it on Instagram as well. 420 games, 53 assists for Leighton Baines. For Liverpool, Andy Robertson, 230 games, 53 assists. Yes, Andy Robertson has tied the record for the most amount of assists by a defender in the Premier League. Of course, was that 190 less games, which is absolutely unbelievable as well. Just goes to show, what an absolute legend Andy Robertson is, not only for Liverpool, but just Premier League in general. What absolute, wonderful left back he's been for the club, and to think we practically got him on a free. Way back, what was it, 2016? We got him back. We got him on a free technically, because of course we sold Kevin Stewart to Hull for, what was it? I think 8.5 million, and we bought Robinson for 8 million. So again, pretty much free. Then I'd say on that aspect of things. But once again, what a signing he's been. And again, another excellent performance from him. But for me, guys, my main standouts for today, Andy Robertson, Darwin Núñez as well, and my man of the match goes to Darwin Núñez. I know Alisson Becker made those 3 or 4 excellent saves, and don't get me wrong, it was very, very close between the two. But for me, I'd go with Darwin Núñez as my man of the match. Obviously, pace excellent. Passing today was brilliant. Obviously getting into space, getting into areas of where he can then go and finish the chances and so on. And again, it's amazing the fact that he's building confidence slowly. And I think after the World Cup, he is going to be amazing for Liverpool Football Club as well. And I think Liverpool will be better as well after the World Cup as well. Of course, Luis Diaz won't be going to the World Cup. Obviously, Colombia are not going to the World Cup. But again, Luis Diaz will be back hopefully. Hopefully, we'll have pretty much a full squad by the time everyone's back as well. So again, that's massive positive signs as well. Anyway, but Mark says, do we play next on the 20th of December? I think it's the 22nd, Mark, if I'm being awfully honest with you. I will double check. But I think Liverpool tweeted out earlier on saying it's the game. It was meant to be on the 20th, but I think it's now on the 22nd. But let me double check. We play, it's the League Cup game, isn't it? We play that first, and then we play a Premier League game. I will double check it in a brief moment. And of course, James Milner as well. I haven't mentioned that. Of course, James Milner got to 600 appearances in the Premier League. Only the 4th player to ever have done it. So again, another milestone broke for the Ribena man himself. Again, I like James Milner. Again, this season he has had to put. He has had to play a lot more than what he normally would, and he's been criticised quite a lot as well. But again, he is just, Mr. Old Reliable, isn't he? I like James Milner, but look, I think obviously, when you're on 600 appearances, maybe, the season is, the career is coming to an end. Then I would say in many regards, as well as anyway. But let me just quickly. I am trying to find this Liverpool tweet as well. For the League Cup, it's obviously on a match day is a bloody nuisance when you've got all of it coming as well. I'll quickly have a look on FootMob as well. I think Liverpool have actually took the tweet. Yeah, Liverpool took the tweet down. So I'm going to quickly look a minute, guys. I believe it is on the 22nd. Liverpool do play Man City, and I could be wrong. Footbin currently has on the 20th, so Mark, you are right, my friend, as well. So yeah, the 20th, not the 22nd. So apologies for that as well. But I hope all our club stuff is sorted before January. Obviously, the sale won't be done, Mark. I don't think before January, but yeah, I do think that stuff on the field will be sorted out in terms of transfers and so on. I do think Liverpool have a plan. And by the sounds of Klopp yesterday, in the extended part that normally comes out for the journos and so on as well, I do think Liverpool have a plan to make something happen straight away in January anyway. But yeah, hope the club get sorted out by January. Another Elliot masterclass as well. Yeah, he was excellent today, wasn't he? Absolutely brilliant as well. John is in. Hello, John. Hopefully, you're having a fantastic day, my friends. I can big up mate, you cheating bastard. Hello, John. Hopefully, you're having a fantastic day, my friend. Hey, John as well. Big up Mark as well. And again, guys, if you're new around here as well and viewing us for the first time, then please hit that subscribe button as well. I believe we are 15 away from 800 subscribers. We are getting there slowly but surely to 1,000. But again, look, I massively appreciate all the support on the channel at the present moment in time. I am quickly trying to check something, guys, as well. Yeah, no, that's not there as well. But again, I think obviously a lot of people and a lot of bots in here today, for God's sake. There we go. Got rid of them. But again, thank you, John. Or Mark, anyway. Yeah, thank you, Mark, for banning them. I don't know why they're in here. Again, it's a classic Liverpool freaking Liverpool weekend, isn't it? But mate, I have a feeling the takeover happens before January. I hope it would. I'd hope it would. If I'm being perfectly honest, I would massively hope. That people would, have a bit more clarity with it. I'd say in particular as well. But again, no, I do think, look, nothing's going to get done. And look, no takeover takes 2 months to complete or something like that. So for me, I think early signs are there, like we mentioned yesterday, with Billy Hogan taking more responsibilities in the club and so on. I do think that's a massive thing for the club. But if we're going on, a complete takeover, that's not going to happen for at least 6 months, I don't think, because again, the Premier League has to get involved and so on, and you have to have it, clearance from certain individuals and certain corporations as well. And look, it takes time. I think, of course, we'll find out more stuff about the takeover and so on. But I do think maybe by the start of next season, maybe there might be something in there. I think, but again, I could be completely wrong. Again, I'm not in the know or anything like that. But it does take a long time for a takeover, especially when you're worth 4.5 billion as well. To be fair, but apparently Núñez is a flop, says Chris as well. Hello, Chris. Yeah, apparently so. Apparently Darwin is a complete flop. It's definitely not got. I think he contributes to a goal every 88 minutes this season, which is better than Erling Haaland's, which it's unbelievable, isn't it? That, like, again, his minutes per goal ratio is ridiculous. And again, it's only going to get better. Christ, I feel sorry for the Premier League already next season. Well, not next season. I say next season. I feel like the season's ended. I don't know if you guys are the same. I feel like the season. Oh, bloody hell! No, we don't want to see that. But I just clicked the next comment down. Apologies for that. But yeah, I do think, because again, though, I do think that the league. I feel like the league is done. In terms of, like, it's finished, and now we're already preparing for next season as well. It is in that regard, like, but again, though, it's going to be interesting second half of the season as well. That funny Blues moment, that, to be fair. I expected us to win comfortably. Southampton are awful. They are gone for me as well. I do think I do think they are preparing for next season. But again, for me, I thought they were very decent today. Look, they wasn't amazing. We wasn't amazing. Like I said, it was a very scruffy game. I'd much prefer to win that, at the moment, because it goes to show that Liverpool can win scruffy. And I like that today as well. But yeah, Everton are in the mud as well. Yeah, it's every a 6 month cycle, isn't it, Mark? Frank Lampard, he's the man to take us forward and that. And then, yeah, the blue shiter, wanting his head on a spike and that. But yeah, it's laughable, of course. I think 3 fans threw players' jerseys back at them today. So again, that's ugly scenes on that regard as well. But yeah, where are Everton at the minute in terms of the league? Let me quickly look. I don't know where they are. I know they lost. Is it, guys? Let me know as well in the chat. Didn't they lose 3-0 to Bournemouth in midweek as well? That's hilarious as well. Oof, they're 17th. go on, Forest. Win a Forest playing later on or tomorrow as well, and then they'd be in relegation zone for Christmas. Oh, that'd be beautiful, absolutely beautiful, as well. Liverpool on the rise, and the Blue Shites are going down, as well. Of course, that'd be funny, wouldn't it? But yeah, Everton are fully in the mud. Take over before next summer as well. Yeah, absolutely. This has been going on a lot longer than we know, mate. Yeah, obviously, yeah, we do, that's often an obvious thing, John. Obviously, Klopp said they knew. What was it? The first week of October, they found out that something was going on, and then apparently, of course, FSG have been, speaking to a few people. Obviously, I think John Henry had dinner with, I think, Toto Wolff. If anyone knows, Toto from Formula One, of course, I think he's the head of Mercedes Petronas, I think, at the minute. So again, you look at it on that side of things as well. Yeah, he's been having meetings with apparently a lot of people about selling Liverpool as well, and of course, organising those bankers to come in and so on, and trying to evaluate what sections are worth for Liverpool as well. So again, this has been a long time coming. I think we've said it pretty much for 6 months, haven't we? That something was happening behind closed doors, and maybe when the Kenny end, or the Kenny Dalglish stand as well, was maybe done, then FSG might sell. But of course, you look at it, new training facility. They've upgraded two of the stands at Anfield. Obviously, Annie Road and the main stand, of course. I'm guessing there's already plans to go for the Kenny stand as well. Obviously, I think Anfield is, oh, not Anfield, sorry, the Cop end's going to be the most difficult one, I'd say, to probably do as well. But again, they've done things over the last, I say 6 months, over the last couple of years that have, of course, built the value up of Liverpool as well, off the field, as well as, of course, us performing on the field as well. But are we shocked by Everton? No, we're not, to be fair. Didn't they start okay, though, as well? Yeah, they had, I think, was it like 3 weeks ago, people were praising them because they had the best away records. Not the best away record, sorry, the best offensive record as well. So again, yeah, no, it was 4-1 to Bournemouth in midweek as well. Yeah, they lost to Bournemouth again, didn't they? Yeah, they lost to Bournemouth twice in a week. So that's funny. That's funny, to be fair. Rafa Benitez has a better record than Frank Lampard as Everton manager. There you go. There you go. Be careful what you wish for in it as well. And to be fair, right, I think Everton fans need to a little bit put more praise on Rafa Benitez. If you guys haven't seen Rafa's interview, where he spoke about it was an impossible job, but nobody wanted it. Nobody wanted the Everton job, and he tried to save the club. And look, we all know it was Agent Rafa and so on. But look, I think Rafa deserves more praise from the Blue Shites than what he was given, in my opinion, anyway. But again, I do think it is interesting in it, to be fair. But hang on, guys, let me quickly check something. No, there we go. But yeah, again, no, FSG, this deal done before the summer, as well as they want to buy an NFL team. Yep, that is true, John. Absolutely. By the way, Rafa's still welcome for Christmas dinner. Of course he is. He's welcome in. Welcome. You can come into my house any day of the week. By the way, Rafa's still welcome for Christmas dinner. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but Frank gets them. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Hannah. That's just laughable, isn't it? Yeah, Forest won today, 1-0 against Palace. Did they really? Fair, get in the Forest as well. Build that pressure up as well. Oh yeah, I can see now. Yeah, there's me saying, oh, they playing. Yeah, they're all on 15 games as well. Wolves, if Wolves could beat Arsenal later on, and this is just an if they could situation, that would, that bottom of the Premier League is looking really, really tasty over the next couple of weeks, and so on as well. Because I think David Moyes' head is wanted as well by West Ham fans. So again, it's going to be interesting, isn't it, over the next couple of weeks, and so on. Anyway, but guys, I am going to leave it there for tonight. Anyway, thank you very much for all of you for tuning in. If you're just tuning in as well, if you're new around here, then please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button as well. It's very much appreciated. Again, I do love all the help and support on the channel, and so on. I did think the stream wasn't working, and then of course people have come into the stream as well. So again, massive thank you to all of you guys as well. Of course, there's no football now for 5 weeks. The Reds won't be in action, but again, the content will not stop on the channel. I know I say this every single time, and I apologize for it as well, but I am very, very busy as well, so I do apologize. But no, the content will not stop on this channel throughout the World Cup. We'll bring some, maybe a little bit of World Cup stuff as well. Of course, we'll talk about the Reds and the World Cup as well. I'm gonna try and start a series as well where we talk. The plan was we're going to talk about the Reds, and we're going to have special guests on. Could we do with Liverpool YouTube? Could be outside of Liverpool YouTube as well. But again, that's a series I am thinking about as well. And of course, there's probably going to be transfer news and rumours as well throughout the 5 weeks as well. So hopefully we'll bring it to you guys anyway. We might be live as well tomorrow, to talk about as well. But again, there will be plenty of Liverpool stuff to talk about throughout the 5 weeks anyway, to be fair. But hi as well, domestic Butler. How are you, my friend? Good to see you in here as well. But Hannah says as well, if Arsenal lose to Wolves, they bottle the league as well. Yeah, well, to be fair, last time Arsenal were top of Christmas, they lost the league. So again, Arsenal still have a long way to go as well. But yeah, Beckham man of the match for me as well, says domestic Butler as well. 2 friendly games to be decided as well. Yeah, I think we've got, Milan, and I don't know the other team we're playing as well. But yeah, we do have friendlies in the 5 weeks again. Fresh shaved Allison as well. Yeah, he looks amazing, done even with a shaved beard as well. I couldn't pull that off. I need the beard to help me. I can tell you guys that for sure as well. But yeah, Mark, I am good. You as well, says domestic as well. And yeah, plodding along, thanks as well. Brilliant, guys, as well. But guys, have a fantastic rest of your Saturday. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend. If I don't, stream or so on, we might be live tomorrow. Might be definitely, I think Monday we're going to be live because we're going to talk a little bit about the season so far. Hopefully, I have a couple of guests on, and again, just chat to all of you guys as well. I think Allison has won man of the match poll as well with 54% as well. So again, Allison Becker, man of the match according to you guys as well. For me, it was Darwin Núñez. I thought he was amazing today. But yeah, again, look, I think Allison Becker, Darwin Núñez, joint man of the match. I'll give him for that as well. Anyway, but guys, have a fantastic rest of your weekend. I'll hopefully see you on Monday, and we'll talk a little bit about, of course, at the start of the season as well. But I've been Connor from the Cop Council. I'll see you all then. Ta-ra.